Welcome back to Trails Through Cold... I did it again. It's not Trails Through Cold Steel. Welcome back to Trails Through Daybreak 2. I don't know why I keep calling it Trails Through Cold Steel. I don't know why. I just do. Anyway, we're back here. We did what we needed to do in the Blacklight District, except for one thing. There's a monster that needs exterminating. Let's go get it. Yes, move.
Off we go.
And there it is. Oh my. It's pretty ferocious looking. Fearsome foe is prowling around. Exterminate. What is this thing? They always have such outrageous names. Gandaluva Origin? What do we know about it? Not weak to anything in particular.
Let's party!
It would be unusual for it to die from a death blow, but you can try it.
Keep it up, it's working.
And it has a lot of HP. Okay.
Time to go all out.
And Fairy is going to have a critical, so...
Let's party!
Think fast! Take this!
Perfect chance! Flame skill. Give me power! You're finished! Ignis! Rampage! Boost gauge limit broken.
Aaron doesn't have anything in particular coming up that I can see, so I'm going to trade him out for...
I'm out.
Lane.
I'll handle this. Time to go
Oh look, it's on fire. Good job, Fairy. And strength is down. Good job again.
Keep it up, it's working.
Engaging skill.
Lohengrin! Van, your turn.
Delayed.
Keep it up, it's working.
And just go hit it.
You're open.
Yes, a super duper ultimate weapon type sword right now.
A chance.
Going all in!
It's up to you now.
Taking center stage. We should go on the attack.
Dan can do that. Hey, excellent. Let's do this first.
Time to go all out.
You'll never guess. Time to raise the curtain. Grimcat at your service. It's go time.
Time to go all out.
Valiant. Larceny. Finish him, Van.
You can't best me.
Take that.
Have some more!
Now or never.
Time to go all out.
We should go on the attack.
Initiating skill.
Now. Ha! Show's over. They flinch. Barry, help me out. Energy output at maximum.
All you now.
The star has
Going
arrived.
all in!
Activating skill.
Gotcha!
Activating
We're done.
skill.
Well, that was that. Good job, Judith.
Nice. Moving on up.
What'd you expect?
We're hitting pretty hard these days. Wow. Whoa. Okay. I was a little too happy-go-lucky there.
Pressure him and move in. Finish him, Dan!
Think fast! Take this!
Now or never. We should go on the attack.
What do you have for
Going all in!
critical up? Critical up.
Let's
Fortunately,
party!
it's going to come a little too late, but
Activating
all
drop.
right.
Here goes! It's go time!
Activating skill.
I ain't showing any mercy. You're getting the full course! Azure Sunray! Don't stop now, Elaine!
Pressure him and move in.
What do you have for delay?
Going all in!
Silvery. Roar! Cap.
It's go time!
We should go on the attack.
Energy output at
Pressure him and
maximum.
move in.
Activating skill.
Out with a bang! Soar for me! Phoenix Dance!
Boost gauge limit crushed.
Bring it on! It's go time!
Give them your all.
Think fast! Take this! Got your number. You'll pay for that.
Full boost. Go all out. Activating skill.
Your turn, Judith.
You'll never guess. There's nothing I can't swipe. Spring Cat coming your way. It's go time.
Show me what you got.
Too slow. You mind, Elaine? I've got you covered. I'll be quick. There!
You'll pay for that.
He really has a thing for Van, doesn't it?
Take him out! You can do this.
Activating
Think
skill.
fast! Take this! Got your number. You'll pay for that.
Activating skill.
I ain't showing any mercy. You're getting the full course. Azure Sunray!
Boost
Here
gauge limiter
goes.
unlocked.
It's go time.
Give them your all.
You're down. Make it count, Aaron. Playtime's over. I'm out.
I'll take it from here.
Pressure him and move in.
Going
to
all
get
in.
those two especially. I'd like to get Van in on this. I can. Okay, good.
Innocent heal!
Thanks, pal.
Judith!
Stand.
You can do this.
Good luck!
Too slow. You mind, Elaine?
Oh, that's not what I
Have
meant
some
to do.
more.
I meant to trade her out for someone who could do an S-craft. Darn. It was my fault.
We should go on the attack. You'll be sorry.
Initiating skill.
That's it. You mind, Elaine? Gotcha.
Poking it to death.
On yes. Pressure him.
It's up to
Move
you
in.
now. Leave this to me.
Activating skill.
Prepare yourself. Down! Mr. Arkwright!
Poison. Ouch.
We'll win.
May we proceed with caution?
This will help.
Thanks, pal.
Now or never.
Initiating skill.
That's it.
Oh. And after all of us.
You'll pay for that. Think fast! Take this! Up to you, Reset!
Activating skill. Watch closely. Accelerate. Ah! It's over. Radiant Seeker!
Boost gauge limiter removed.
I'll remember this. Zypher activate.
Initiating skill.
Thanks, pal. Here goes.
Poison. She's okay. He's maintaining the attention.
Got your number.
You can't best me.
Pull out all the stops.
There! You'll be sorry.
May we proceed with caution?
What do you got?
Checking enemy stats.
It's not especially used to anything, so there's no point.
You can do this.
Activate and drop.
Ha!
Here's my chance. Full boost.
Going all in.
Pressure him and move in.
Initiating drive.
May we proceed with caution?
Think fast. Take this.
I'll heal you.
Thanks, pal.
I'll remember this.
Engaging skill.
There! We'll win!
Engaging
Engaging skill.
Wings, guide me. Knight of Asteria.
Boost gauge
Van, your turn.
upgraded.
Big question is another one going to pop
It's
down on
go
top of
time.
their heads?
Give them your all!
Feel my power. I'll cut you down to size. Azure Sunray. Your turn, Judith.
Unlocked!
That's it.
Ultimate
nice.
throttle.
Energy
Left
output
forward,
max.
side, quick. Who
should
has
go on the
among
attack.
us?
The rest is up to you. I'm on the scene. Pressure him and move in. Yusti Alahab Anfusta!
Yes. After all that build-up.
My move now. It's go time.
Activating skill!
I'll remember this.
Focus unleashed.
Take him out! Flames protect us!
No, stop. What are we doing?
Pull out all the stops.
It doesn't seem to want to do that for her.
Take him out! Yeah! Barry!
Going all in.
Initiating skill.
That's it. Finish him, Van! You can do this.
Give them your
Not
all!
that hurt.
Come on, chin up! Thanks.
Go.
We'll win!
Pull out all the stops.
This will help.
Thanks, pal.
Perfect chance!
Activating skill.
Ha! Too slow. Now or never.
There we go.
Flames protect us!
Engaging skill.
Wings, guide me. Knight of Asteria! Judith!
Just slap it.
Too slow.
But do we get another one?
I'll get stronger.
We do not. It's just the two of them. Oh, hardware enthusiast trophy earned. I have no idea what that trophy's for. Found darkness.
I hope I was of assistance.
You were. Thank you.
Reward deposited!
Or weirdness with alignments that I made absolutely no judgment for. And no comments from anyone. All right. Let's see where else we need to go. Oops. Back to the Arbor District. One of our guys... Let's go to the subway entrance.
Let's roll, gang.
The Soba Noodles guy is there, and I don't think I talked to him last time. Oh, hello. Mother Kyra. Sister Philia. Oh, you're I assume you're taking the children to see the festival? Yes, I am. They insisted, and I just couldn't say no. Yeah, I'm super excited. I heard there's going to be lots of people kissing there. I want to see. What? Goddess, give me strength. I don't think I quite understand. The sister has a vivid imagination. Well, anyway, they certainly seem excited for the trip. Make sure you're on your best behavior, okay? Right.
Gonna eat something?
Mommy, Daddy, hurry.
How about you help me
Got a
do
question
this?
for you.
The rod of the heavens, huh? Never thought you'd be the ones to come looking for it. Yeah, well, someone pointed us in your direction. You have it? I had it. Had it? What, you already gave it away? I loaned it out to an old fishing friend of mine. What did you need it for? A client of ours was hoping to use it to catch some legendary fish. Legendary fish? You mean the magnet Garvalas? Oh, you know it. Guess that makes their job easier. See, they managed to spot the thing a couple of weeks ago. No, I'm not much of a fisherman myself anymore. Maybe this is fate. The rod is yours. Are you sure? They say that the rod of the heavens has gone from hand to hand ever since the time of the ancients. That being said, neither me nor my fishing friend have had much time to make use of it. That's why I'd like to give it to you. At least then it'd have the chance to do what it was made for. You're really just going to hand it over? Fishermen are a strange breed indeed. Well, wouldn't be the first time we've met some real weirdos. Anyway, who's this old fishing friend that you lent the rod to? That would be Bishop Orwell. A bishop that likes to fish? I suppose that's not too odd. Wouldn't have expected you guys to be so close. Guess fishing just has a way of bringing people together. Indeed it does. At any rate, I'm sure he'd be willing to part with the rod if you talk to him. I'll be leaving my dream to you then. Go. Use your newfound strength to secure a fish of legend. You got it? He's not the one fishing.
Something?
We're giving it to the client, right? We can't do anything else with it, right? He's over here. Did I speak to you? Francois? It's nice to see everyone having fun. I can feel their joy by simply watching them all. But there's certainly a number of new stalls this year. You think so, too, Madeline? Madeline speaks for herself.
Well,
What else do I need for... That's still showing up like that. I'm really curious where we need to go next. Oh, we need to go to the cathedral. But I have a feeling that we're not done with that patisserie thing. What am I forgetting?
Spring already? Time sure flies, doesn't it? I should offer up another friend.
Ah, the doors are open today.
Let us pray.
Oh, adios.
Got a question for you.
So, that rod is the tool you need to catch a legendary fish, is it? Alright, please wait here a moment. Sure. Well, here it is, once again with the invisible handoff. Obtain Rod of the Heavens. Nice, thanks a lot. You know, something about this rod does seem to be a little intense. Like how it fits to the palm of my hand. Mysterious. Is it maybe made out of star steel? It's possible. We actually call it onyx steel in Calvert, though. 'It's It's an alloy made from a combination of black Sumerian ore At least it's been used to make some of the world's most powerful weapons. Like in the last game, which we were in, and we all had them by the time our unseen person got done playing with it, but somehow we misplaced them all. Come to think of it, we just got some from Jin, didn't we? I'm not certain of the exact material it's made from. However, I do know that this rod was once favored by the great General Atkinson. If that's all you have need of me for, may Adios bless you in your future endeavors. I pray that you manage to resolve the General's last lingering regret that he didn't catch this fish 100 years ago. Hey, that's a pretty tall order, don't you think? Oh well, leave it to us. Let's report back to our clients. Yes, let's. I'm hoping they take the rod and I don't have to catch it, because I have not been catching things. The last time I saw them, they were in the bathhouse.
Well then, shall we?
Oh good, they're still there. You're back! That fishing rod. Nice, I knew you could do it. Yep, here it is. Rod of the heavens, just like you asked. So, that's the case closed, right? Well, exactly. What do you mean? You see, we were all talking it over, and I kind of have a feeling we're not the ones the rod will choose. Yeah, I mean, you were the one who went through all the trouble of finding it for us. If the rod chooses anyone, it'd probably be you. Hold up. I'm pretty sure this wasn't part of our original deal. You're really okay with us catching the legendary fish for you? Yeah, fate's placed it in your hands after all. We can always cheer you on from the sidelines. When you're ready to head out to catch the big one, come find us. We'll tag along. I don't think I can catch it. Why do I have to do all the hard work? Well, obviously it's because you're the most qualified. Yeah, you're the leader. If you don't do it, who will? Careful, talk him up anymore and his head will turn into a balloon. Oh, maybe I am the right man for the job. I don't... Oh, we need to read the last Herald Times, too. But... yeah, I... caught carp, red perch, hasselfish, ermine. I've caught these, but I think there's a lot more out there that I should have caught. Wait. Let's look at that again. Oh, those are all the special things I've got. I don't believe for 1 second that I've got enough fish to do this. Also, I find this to be kind of difficult. Rank A2. Yeah, this fishing game is more complicated than any of the fishing games in the previous Trail series, as far as I'm concerned. Judith, dear, that does not look like a comfortable way to stand. You're not in front of the cameras right now. Guess it's finally time. This is going to be great. You ready then? Yes? Yeah, let's get going. In previous games, you cannot catch the legendary fish unless you've caught all the other fish on the list. Every last one of them. So maybe this really is a story event. The group made their way to Dirk Memorial Park, hoping to catch their legendary fish. Well, here we are. You're sure this is where you last saw the fish? Yep, this is definitely the place. There's an earthquake. Whoa. An earthquake? This is the only area that was shaking. There's no mistake. The fish has to be close. So it's just like you said. Let's try and track it with a short search. you're going to track a fish with a short search. You're about to be seafood. Attempt to catch the legendary fish. You can return to Old Town by withdrawing to the entrance.
There appear to be fish here.
They do.
Let's do this thing.
See? Lots of things that...
Hey! That's it! Nice! I got one!
You?
Hey!
Well,
That's it! Nice! I got one!
Another new one. Yay. Try one more time here, and then we'll look at some other points.
That's it! Nice! I got one!
That one again. Okay.
It's fishing time.
Haha! Let's do this thing. Hey! That's it!
It's that one again.
Got myself a whopper.
well,
Haha! Let's do this thing.
Oh, switch bait. I can do that with R1 and L1. Okay.
Ooh, this looks like a good fishing spot.
I bet I can catch a big one here.
Haha! Let's do this thing. Hey!
Well,
That's it!
Ooh,
Ha! Got myself a whopper.
it's a new one. Seed 2. Nice. Dumplings. Let's try dumplings.
Hey! That's it!
Ooh,
Ha! Got myself a whopper.
same one. Let's see, what's my bait? Fishing bait, dumplings, deluxe dumplings. Let's try
Hey.
deluxe dumplings for one.
That's it! Ha! Got myself a whopper. Haha! Let's do this thing.
Just gonna try normal fishing bait here.
Hey!
It's gonna make me fish until I fill up my book, isn't it?
That's it!
Didn't get it. Seems to be the right spot, though. Whoops. Sorry.
Let's do this thing. Hey! That's it! Nice! I got one!
Same one as before.
Hey! That's it!
Yeah.
Crap.
Oh, unfair.
Let's do this thing. Hey! That's it! Ha! Got myself a whopper. Hey!
Hey. It tugged. Interesting. Oops.
Let's do this thing. Hey! That's it! Crap.
Darn it. That's probably it. I wonder if I need to get more gear. Slow everything down. I don't have the twitch reflexes for these things. Okay. Stretch out my fingers. Try to... Oh. Yeah, get that fish.
Let's do this thing.
I may go to the fishing store after this, I'm thinking.
That's it.
All of a sudden this. I'm catching the same thing over and over again. I am. Oh, I can't go there. Are you kidding? I have to stay here until I catch the damn fish? Oh no, this looks like it was a mistake. Do I have the wrong thing equipped? I didn't even think of that. I have a question. If I stand over there, can I... Is there anything? No, you have to be standing at the end of the dock.
Let's do this thing.
Do I have the right rod equipped? I have no idea. Fishing bait. Oh, there's only one thing there.
Hey.
Well,
That's it!
Darn it. Do I have the right rod equipped? How do I tell if I have the right rod equipped? Do I actually equip it? No, is the answer to that.
Haha! Let's do this thing.
There's nothing on there about switching the rod. Guess we'll give it the deluxe dumplings and see if that makes any difference.
That's it!
How is that wrong?
Crap.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Ah! I keep doing that. I know, gotta do it in certain order. Fish.
Let's do this thing. Hey! That's it!
What happens if I run out of bait? You're allowed 3 misses, basically.
Haha! Let's do this thing.
Well,
Hey!
If I run out of all the bait while I'm doing this, that will be hysterical. I just realized. Okay, I'm not on fast. Let's try that again.
Haha! Let's do this thing. Hey!
I should have stopped by the Central Market and double-checked the
That's
fishing
it.
gear.
This is a big one!
I got it! Part of it was the bait. It was slower when I had the cheap stuff. Is this it? He did it! Woohoo! I just knew you had it in you. You were amazing, Van. Damn, sure was a big-ass fish. Can we release it, please? I guess not. Hey, is it really okay that I fished that thing up? Too late for regrets now. We can release it! I hate to admit it, but there's no way we could have caught it without your help, Van. It's right. By the way, I managed to get a pretty cool picture of it, too. I'm sure this will do big numbers on the socials. What a remarkable catch. Grandpa! Hey, you came. Aren't you Makino's and Cal's grandfather? And you came all the way out here by yourself? You're not just some average Joe, are you? Well, a fisherman must always be aware of his surroundings, after all. But for you to fish up something even General Atkinson couldn't catch. Congratulations on a job well done. You know, given your skill, you might just be able to join the 8 fishing wizards someday. 8 fishing wizards? Oh yeah, the 8 fishing wizards. I may not be some expert fisherman, but even I've heard of them. They're men of refinement who have managed to reach the very peak of their fishing careers. The rods they wield are said to split the oceans. Split the oceans? They sound fake as hell. Well, they're definitely not. I know one of them. I'm not sure about the rest, but I'm pretty confident that guy could pull it off. Where do you even find these people? The world's a big place, I guess. Yeah, there's all sorts of people out there. Anyway, this was pretty fun, guys. No, it was not. I don't like fishing games. But I managed it. I think I might just take up fishing as a hobby again. As long as you keep using that rod, you'll be aces. I think we should start heading on back, though. I gotta upload all these pictures. With that, Van and the rest escorted their clients back to the bathhouse.
I hope I was of assistance.
No, not really. I can use a mirror. And that was law. I think we should have left the fish alone personally, but hey. Next game, I can choose to not take that one. Let's see. So I didn't have to equip the rod after all. It just sort of automatically fell into my hands. Interesting. Did we get all of the patisserie people we needed? Maybe? I thought we were down one. But I don't see any place else to go, so let's go here. Entrance. I'm going to regret this, especially since I didn't save after getting the fish. It seems to be coming from the front gate. I wonder if something happened. Let's go take a look, Van. Yeah, I guess we should. Something tells me this will be a real pain. Oh, it's the president.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry to surprise you like this. I was just making a quick stop to partake in the festivities. I was curious to see what my alma mater had in store this year. The students have chosen a different approach this time around. Well, don't mind me. I hope you all are enjoying yourselves.
Holy crap, it's really him! President Gramhart sure knows how to work up a crowd. I didn't realize he was an Aramis alumnus. Who knew my new school was so prestigious. I knew that the president was an alumnus, but I really didn't expect to see him here. I feel bad for Agnes. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess she didn't know he was coming. Yeah, doubtful. I bet Ren and Renee knew, but they kept it under the lid. Well, at least now we don't have to worry about festival crashers. Security's bound to go from airtight to damn near impenetrable. Most likely. Now that I think about it, Zinn was awfully confident in the security detail. Perhaps Kellicott kept him in the loop. Do you ever wonder how we ended up becoming acquainted with all these devious characters? All the time. I'm kind of curious about what the president's up to, but we're starting to run out of time. We'll need to be meeting up with the rest of the crew pretty soon here. Some characters have moved elsewhere and their conversation topics have changed. Choose a meet up with the others from the travel menu will end free time and cause the main story to advance. As a result, all quests, connection events, and other sub-events will disappear. We haven't done the patisserie thing yet! God. Why am I not...
Enjoy the festival.
Thank you.
Oh my, how lovely.
Daddy, hurry!
What am I missing?
Come on in and eat your fish.
Churn is green. Whoops, we didn't want to go that way. Where's the patisserie place? I'm lost. Is it over here?
Spring already? Time sure flies, doesn't it?
I don't think so. Oh, it is. Okay.
After that,
Welcome to Andalusia Patisserie.
Well, if you're Van's friends, I see no reason not to trust you. Thank you for offering to help us find contestants. I am missing one. Dang, who am I missing? Back up on your friend, head for the festival, look around. That's not what I need! Oh. Did I do something to end it prematurely? No. Please tell me I didn't. Force PGs. Here we go. Finale. Okay, who do I need? Gather contest participants. I need to know who I need. Is the Sobo Noodle guy one after all? Let's go talk to him. And he just decided that the fishing rod was a higher priority? I was pretty sure he was one.
Gonna eat something?
Oh no. It doesn't seem to be him. I already talked to you about it, right? Why is it not showing anymore? What did I do? I am not going to go back and do that stupid fish thing.
Well then, shall we?
Monmar is so relaxing.
Who am I forgetting? He's not talking about the... Oh, hello. What are you guys doing here? This is rather unusual. Or maybe not. Well, it's been a while since we last had a meal together. We're just having a review of everything that's happened. Like that almost coup? I mean, there's only like a handful of people that remember, right? Don't you think you should just forget about it? I'm afraid we can't do that. We must ensure that nothing of this nature happens in our organization again. Suppose we owe President Gramhart a favor now. I doubt it'll be so easy to return. Sounds like we've got a lot of work on our hands. You know, I've always refused the offer to advance to S rank because I've never been able to fully commit myself. I allowed myself to ignore my responsibilities simply because I thought they were beyond me. And that weakness was exactly what the Garden Master needed. I feel as though I need to retrain myself. There's no way I can settle things with Walter like this. Then, to be fair, I don't think there was any way to prepare for it at all. But I know neither of you are the type to be satisfied with words alone. Well, I guess make the most of your review, all right? We'll be counting on you in the future. Why is it... What did I do? The leads have just disappeared. Jeez Louise. I do not know what to do about this. Okay, I got the girl from the... It's like when I took on the Fish of Legend, I may have bungled my chance to finish the Edith Sweet contest. Maybe there's someplace I have to go on campus? But look, it's not checked off. Okay, so maybe it wasn't. Where can I go? Oh, look who's here! Bramante! And Hermes, who's somehow drinking without taking off her mask. Well, if it isn't Van! I've heard the festival's been a great success so far. Huh. This sure ain't a group you see every day. I mean, I knew you guys were all familiar, but it's not so strange. We actually help each other out on all kinds of things, above and below ground. And sometimes we even go drinking together. No, I don't need to take this off. Why do you ask? Nice to see you, Van. By the way, you haven't been involved in any scuffles lately, have you? No wounds or lacerations? Hunt for Desire members seems to be winding down lately, which means the underworld is seeing less movement by the day. Where there's fewer fights, there's fewer patients. Seriously, my income's starting to take a hit. Well, I think a little more peace around here could do us some good. My information network's been slowing down as well. I suppose there's just not much to talk about these days. However, I did happen to hear that a certain someone will be getting busy soon. Isn't that right, Hermes? Yeah, my real job's got something big coming up. And I've had to spend a hell of a lot of time preparing for it. My. Sounds like you have a story to tell. Care to elaborate? Not like I'm an information broker or anything. Yeah, no kidding. You can't just say something like that and expect us not to be curious. Haha, can't I? Let's have a little drinking contest then. If you beat me, I'll tell you all the details. Awfully confident, aren't we? All right, I'm in. Should be nice to let loose for once. She's got no intention of telling them, does she? A real job, huh? Can't tell I'm not interested, but I guess I'll leave it P for now. The one that she's ranked major in? Come on, there's no way she's Angelica. She hasn't made past it as any of the girls, for one thing. Okay, I'm going to go back to the academy.
Let's do this!
I should have saved first. I'm really wondering if triggering him entering the campus messed us up.
Welcome to the Aramis Academy Festival.
You guys are still here, though. Oh, I know you two. You helped us out that one time on Nemeth Island. Fancy meeting you here. We wanted to make the most of this opportunity since work often keeps me away from my wife and daughter.
On the first floor.
That's why I'm going to spend all day today playing with my little girl.
Do you have what it takes to oust our resident game master? Then I invite you to come by and try your luck.
Oh, they're over here eating. Oh my gosh, her brother's here! And not in uniform. He kind of looks like a gangster in that getup. Kasim, I've been thinking a lot about what you said back in Langport, and, well, I don't think I've quite figured out the answer just yet. But I know I will eventually. I will find a path that's true to my flame. Very good. One must be prudent when deciding the course of their life. Now that you've found your center, I have no doubt that you will one day arrive at the answer you were searching for. Right. You're doing great, Fairy. She most certainly is.
Thank you for coming
Now
to the
then,
first day
I
of
suggest
the
we set aside the more
Academy
serious
Festival.
matters and focus on enjoying the festival. Shall we find something to eat?
This festival is an annual tradition
Heck
that
yeah!
preserves the
Hardly ever get to
principles
spend
that
time with
Artemis,
you guys, so
the
I want to see
founder
some
of our academy,
smiles.
firmly believed in.
Sure, I'll smile like the best of them. Thanks, Reset. You too, Maribel.
Our entire student body has put
That goes for
their all
you
into
too,
creating this
Kasim.
year's activities.
Don't forget that you
So
promised to
please
spend a whole
enjoy.
day with me. We're definitely playing Grid Hackers and the Quiz King tournament later. Oh, and Fairy and Reset are totally coming with. You're all cool with that, right? You ask as if we had any choice in the matter. Not that I would object, mind you. I intend to keep that promise I made to you. You're even more animated than usual, Maribel. I will gladly accept your invitation. I always enjoy spending time with you. Glad Fairy was able to communicate her feelings to Kasim. Yeah, me too. Every festival, I grow more and more impressed with the RMS students.
Volunteers from the sports clubs have
I
set
have
up
to make
some
sure I
food
work
stalls in the
hard to
courtyard,
support them.
as well as a one-on-one basketball game. To any daring challengers out there, we've got prizes that are up for grabs. Why not give it a try?
Welcome to Aramis Academy's limited-time student cafeteria. We have a few special items on offer today. You won't find them anywhere else. Also, make sure you bring a healthy appetite. Robinson? Oh, we talked to them last time. It's over here.
Thank you for coming to the first day
Oh.
of the Aramis Academy Festival.
Maribel's interviewing, somebody.
This festival
Whoops,
is an
we catch you at a
annual
bad
tradition
time, Marielle?
that preserves the principles that Aramis,
Oh, hi, Dan.
the founder of our academy,
Not at all. I was just sitting down with Fawn and Professor Cronkite here to ask a few questions.
Our entire student body
Oh,
has
she
put
certainly
their
caught
all
me
into
by
creating
surprise.
this year's activities.
One moment I was wandering the
Please
hallways.
enjoy.
Next, I'm face to face with her. I made it known that I turned down all impromptu interviews, but this young lady refused to listen. Sorry if I was a little forceful, but I promise I'll make it worth your while. This story's going to be one for the ages. So, Fawn, going forward, do you believe sustainability is going to be the key to maintaining a healthy economy in Calvert? Without a doubt. A reliance on orbital power is far preferable to that of fossil fuels. It is indisputably more energy efficient and environmentally friendly. It's a double-edged sword, however, given that the supply of septium is, unfortunately, finite. There's also the matter of the desertification in the east, for which the cause still eludes us. That's why I want us to redirect our focus towards optimizing energy networks in our cities, rather than relying solely on natural resources.
On the first floor.
I truly believe that smart grids are the future. All right. Professor Hamilton touched on all this during her speech at the symposium the other day. She stressed the importance of the new advancements in the orbital network and AI technology. Let me jot this all down real quick. This must be related to the world's sustainable development goals. Sounds like her article's aiming to give a clear vision of the future. Man, she's really been coming into her own, huh? I think I'll give it a read when she's done.
Alrighty.
I did talk to them before. Where am I? These are all things we haven't played. The Maid Cafe! That was it. I totally forgot.
Being held in a classroom in
Oh
the
my
left
goodness,
wing
and she still
on the
has the
first
green
floor.
triangle over her head. Okay.
Heard they're going to have a live
You
Lila.
have what it takes to
Hi.
outstar resident game
You have no
master?
idea how
Then
panicked
I
I've been.
invite you to come by and
Topic
try
indeed.
your luck.
Got a question for you.
You don't have enough participants for your contest. Well, I'd be more than happy to help you all. That was easy, and I figured it'd take a little more convincing. As the proprietor of the Liberal Boutique, I simply have no reason to refuse. After all, it would make for a wonderful opportunity to introduce others to the flavor of Liberal. I'm sure my experience as a maid will do much to aid me as well. With your permission, I would be honored to take the chance to show everyone my skill. Thank you. I look forward to tasting the flavors of Liberal. Great. We'll see you later then. Oh, thank goodness. Looks like we've rounded up all the participants. Let's go report back to Andalusia.
I heard that.
Let's roll, gang.
Those sweets are waiting for Van.
Welcome to
That's why he's so
Andalusia
enthusiastic.
Pacific.
Okay. Hi. Hey, we're back. And we managed to get all 4 participants. Really? It would appear they've arrived just in time for introductions. Yeah, I came like you told me to. I must say, this is quite the lineup. Excellent. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us on a sudden request. Aren't you the owner of Montmartre? And you're the one from the restaurant over in Langport. Oh, and you're that patisserie that Mr. Holland's been raving about. I think you even convinced the proprietor of Liberal Boutique to join as well. I have no doubt this will be a competition for the ages. I know we're only filling in for the big leagues, but I'll make sure to give it my all. Yes, I shall do my utmost to succeed. This is going to be one hell of a contest, that's for sure. I heartily agree. Well, since we're running out of time, why don't we get started on the preparations? I'll be distributing the materials to each of you. Oh, before I forget, Arclight Solutions, once again, I thank you for all your help. The event will begin shortly, so please see your way to the designated location. Roger that. Following a quick debriefing session and a short rehearsal, preparations were made to begin the event. Once everyone was ready, the curtains were finally raised on the Aramis Sweets contest. My apologies for keeping you all waiting. Welcome once more to the Battle of the Patisseries, the Edith Sweet contest. This time, however, we plan to present to you a new version of our competition, the Aramis Sweets contest. Oh, you made it! No, just barely. Oh, Maxine. I think Grandpa's going to be making some sweets. I'm super excited to taste them. You're right, he is. Let's make sure to cheer him on. I'm sure Victor will have no issue in winning the judges over. Thanks for giving me a heads up about the contest starting, Agnes. I'm ready to report. And, sorry you had to remind me to do my job. Got a little distracted by all the booths. It's all right. I'm just glad you made it in time. And now, without further ado, allow me to introduce the first round of our contest. Our beginning theme will be a sweet fit for students. Those judging our contest this time will be a few Aramis students as well as some recent alumni. As both the former Student Council President and representative of the graduates, I will do all I can to act as a strict and impartial judge. Oh, Frederica. I'm just glad to be here. But don't worry, I take the quality of my sweets super seriously. I'll make sure to judge them well. I look forward to what everyone decides to make. Honestly, I don't really know much about sweets, though. Not sure why I was chosen for this. Why didn't you just quit then? No way I could give everyone perfect scars. I'm sure that'll give my transcripts a boost. It's not how it works, Curtis. What the heck are you mumbling about? Your dad certainly seems excited. Aw, man, I wanted to be a judge too. Yeah, wish they would have asked me. No kidding. Just the smell's making me hungry. The 2 contestants with the highest scores in the first round will earn the right to participate in our finals. And with that, let us proceed to introducing the contest and their desserts. Contestants and their desserts. First, coming all the way from Liberal to share with us its flavors, we have Lila. Hello everyone, it's wonderful to meet you. The dish I prepared today is my flowery gelato. It uses the essence of Liberal's edible flowers to create a fragrant and sweet treat. Please enjoy. Made from Liberal, huh? Never expected someone like that to be participating. Judges gorged themselves on gelato. This is delicious. The floral scent is simply remarkable. Oh, you're right. And the texture's great too. It's not to mention how light the aftertaste is. The aroma isn't overpowering either. Yeah, I guess it's all right. The ingredients seem to balance each other out pretty well. Honestly, you could probably serve this at some high-class restaurant. You sound so confident. Has she been a judge before? Although the flavor is indeed rather elegant, it's likely to prove displeasing to those who find the scent of flowers unappealing. He's got to do whatever the opposite is she does. Oh, there you have it. Let's continue with our next contestant. This shop spent its fair share of time in the spotlight recently. Please welcome the owner of Gâteau de Dan. I'm really not used to this kind of attention, man. But anyway, let me introduce what I cooked up for you all. This here's my orange peel cannoli. Cannoli? It's a recipe I'm pretty proud of. Put my blood, sweat, and tears into these things. So you brats better enjoy them. The judges chowed down on the cannoli. Oh my, the outside itself is so crispy, but the inside is light and airy. And the bits of orange peel add so much flavor. The elasticity of the dough is simply perfect. I feel like I could eat thousands of them. This cannoli thing's got kind of a strange shape, honestly, but I guess it's all right. Should probably be a little sweeter, though. The fact that it's not is one of its strong points. Alright, let's move on to our next contestant. I'm sure all your gourmets out there know just who this bistro legend is. He's Victor, owner of Montmort Bistro in Old Town. Nice, looks like it's Victor's turn. Good luck, Grandpa! Is that my Yumi I hear? This one's for you, Princess. Well, anyway, here's my caramel pudding. It may look simple, but I'll have you know I made this with only the most quality of ingredients. I hope it's to your liking. The judges pigged out on the caramel pudding. The caramel flavor is so gentle. It's amazing. And the pudding's so soft, too. If we had this at our cafeteria, I'd eat it every day. I've never had caramel pudding this rich before. It's sweet, but somehow still fresh and unique. I've been to Montmort a bunch of times. This pudding's my favorite thing on their menu. Can't argue with that. I try to get some every time I stop by. It's a pretty classic dessert. Now, let us continue. Our fourth and final contestant is all the rage in Langport. She's the owner of La Fou Fan Dien, the one and only Michan. Again, apologies. It's a pleasure. I'm hoping to share a special treat with you all today. This is my emerald mantou. Both the dough and the sauce are made from an original blend of black tea. However, the inside may still be a bit hot. Be careful when taking a bite. My stomach is growling. You got this, machine. The judges munched on a bit of mantou. I've never tasted anything like this. So this is a delicacy from the East. It's so warm and tasty. The flavor's really addictive, too. Black tea and dough, huh? That's a pretty interesting combination. I'm sure you'd have to have years of experience to make something this good. Taste is a little unusual, but it's far from bad. I'm sure this could be pretty popular outside the East, too. That's what I was going to say. Is not only delicious, it's also unique. I think they'd sell really well if you opened the store here in the capital. It looks like the evaluations have all been tallied. I will now proceed to announce the results of the first round. 2 contestants that will advance to the finals are Victor and Meijin. I have pronounced that her name like 20 different ways in this game. I'm sorry. Great job, Grandpa! Thank you very much. Damn, knew it was a shot in the dark, but I still got my hopes up, because I really do have to work on my technique. Well, I suppose allowing everyone to have a little taste of liberal was good enough for me. So those are the results, huh? They really put their backs into making all that. They sure did. Oops, I thought that was Yume. They sure did. Still, having to stand by while they ate it all was torture. Damn, I should have asked them to make me one of the judges. Well, it certainly looks like you all are enjoying yourselves. Yeah, but I kind of wish I could get a few tastes of those treats. I figured that's what you'd say. And that's why I thought of another way to offer my thanks for your help. No way. You can't mean... And now we've come to our final round. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Holland, the beloved owner of Andalusia and last year's contest winner. He'll be participating with our contestants. And last but not least, allow me to introduce our new judges. That's an interesting lineup. What a wide-ranging selection. Our first judge, he helps from the shadows but can be lured out with a sweet treat or two, Van Arkride. Damn, I'm going to end up owing Holland big time for this, aren't I? You got this, Van! I don't think I've ever seen him so happy. I'm sure he won a picture of this. Next on our roster, she's short, cute, and the very definition of a common influence. Ms. Toa! She does not like being called short. Is that really what people think of me? I hope she manages to enjoy herself for once. She's always working so hard. Oh no! Our third contestant is a very special guest from the world of Orbital Film. He's a celebrated director you all know and love, Director Gotti. And also in attendance is the woman who received the Best Actress Award at Tharbad's last film festival, Nina Finley. You sure picked an interesting group to judge all this. This will be one hell of a contest, no doubt. Yes, I agree. And personally, I'm really looking forward to seeing what everyone makes. Didn't expect to see those two here. How come they get to judge and I don't? And finally, we managed to secure a last-minute addition all the way from the Basel Institute of Science. He's the mastermind behind such inventions as the T-phone and a fair number of other contributions to society as well. Professor Cronkite. Using a contest to determine superiority in the culinary arts seems a bit strange, in my opinion. Taste differs from individual to individual. Well, this is critical as ever, I see. Now, let us proceed to the main event. The theme for this final round is classic confections. Let's see what our contestants have cooked up. First up is our former champion and the proprietor of Andalusia, Mr. Holland. It seems I have the honor of going first today. Since the theme is classic confections, I prepared a tried-and-true creation of mine, possibly my most masterful to date. Behold, the pistachio spring soiree. They must be planning on adding it to their menu. Well, it wouldn't be the first time. Holland's always coming up with new desserts. The judges partook in the cake, savoring its elegant flavors. Wow, the pistachio's got a really full-bodied taste. The acidity of the berries mixed with the sweetness of the chocolate. Yeah, this is a pretty solid combo. Honestly, it sort of reminds me of the time I spent here at Aramis. Bittersweet memories of spring. Well, I think Mr. Arkwright said everything that needs saying. I suppose if I were to add anything myself, I'd say that it's really rich yet light on the tongue. I certainly wouldn't mind having seconds. This case, the cake is crazy delicious. Someone will remind me to call this guy for catering later. With the taste and the texture of great quality, too. I can tell a lot of passion went into making this. All of the flavors here have achieved a sensible harmony. I believe it would pair rather nicely with coffee. Coffee's his thing. Next up, we have Victor of Montmartre. Oh, that's... I admit, it's a bit tough following such a celebrated professional. Well, anyway, I prepared my homemade tarte tatin for you all. Both my daughter and granddaughter grew up eating this. It's a pretty popular dessert in their household. Hey, we've had that before. Yeah, I remember it being really good. I'm starting to crave some myself. The judges tried a few bites of the tart, reveling in the taste. That's the face of reveling right there. Phew, I don't even know where to start. Isn't this cheating, Victor? You already had my taste buds in a chokehold. Caramelized apples are simply delectable. The pastry itself is crispy but slightly moist as well. I can tell plenty of attention was paid to perfecting every detail. Ah, a single bite reminds you of a warm and welcoming family. Yes, it most definitely does. However, it still manages to taste like a luxurious dessert. Delicious doesn't even begin to describe it. I suppose it's not terrible. You can tell the chef took great care in selecting his ingredients. I'm sure Esmeralda Patra would find the taste compelling. And finally, we have our final contest. We had to go finally and final in the same sentence? Please. La Feu Fandien's Michan. I thought long and hard about what classic confection meant to me, and I came up with this. It's a special pudding made so that it doesn't stick to the plate, your chopsticks, or even your teeth. I call it Snowball Sambusan. I developed it while I was still working at Kulong Hotel. I've never seen this version before. I wonder how it tastes. I'm excited to see their reactions. The judges sampled some of the pudding, attempting to identify the new flavors. The egg seems creamier than usual. It really melts in your mouth, too. This is way different from other sambusan I've had. I've never seen this before, but it tastes great. I think the white egg yolk really earns the spotlight here. You can tell that the chef really excels in Eastern techniques. She must be a true master of her skill. It's a work of art. This is really one-of-a-kind taste. I'm so happy I was able to try such a delicacy. The mixture of ingredients has created a rather unique taste. Perhaps the field of cooking does have depth after all. Oh, I think we have our winner there, if Cronkite has that much to say about it. Well, those were all the sweets we prepared for today. Judges, if you would please write down the dish you feel was the best out of all three. They all look so delicious. Yeah, and Van had such a way of describing them. I almost started drooling just from listening to him. You're right. He seemed really passionate about them all. He probably makes a killing as a gourmet reporter. I'm so excited. What do you think Van's good as shoes? They were all pretty freaking good. Hard to pick just one. But since this is a contest and all, I have to make a choice. Andalusia's Pistachio Sprig Soiree, Victor's homemade tarte tatin, Michan Snowball Sambusan. Which one should I vote for? I'm going for the Snowball myself. Alright, made my choice. Just because of Cronkite's reaction. Welcome back, Van. What are you doing over here? Aren't you still one of the judges? Yeah, but I already turned in my vote. Should be fine to watch the announcement from here. Thank you for your patience, everyone. It's now time for the final results to be revealed. After a fierce battle, the crown goes to... La Fu Fandian Snowball Sanbuhan. Said that wrong several times, too. Sorry. Oh, hey, that's the one I voted for. I guess you really do have great taste. I'm interested to hear how you managed to concoct such a unique taste. You could get points for his artistry alone. Thank you very much. I'm just glad my skills still hold up. Guess I'll just have to take the loss. Congratulations. Suppose losing was inevitable. And as for a grand prize, the winner will receive 1 year's supply of the highest quality fruit and eggs, sourced all the way from Orid. Oh, nice. And she's very independent contractor. That will do her some good. To thank them for their hard work, the other 2 contestants received rewards as well. And with that, the Aramis Sweets contest came to a close, after finding roaring success. Although Van and the others took a moment to talk with Yume and Victor, they all eventually split up to enjoy the rest of the festival. I almost gave up on that one. Phew. That was a really great contest. Yes, everyone seemed to be having a lot of fun. Well, we certainly couldn't have done it without your help. I have to say, I'm quite impressed that you managed to bring together so many talented chefs on such short notice. I'd like to thank you again for all the hard work you've done. I'll make sure to deposit the payment as promised. Sounds good to me. Well, I think I've had my fill of the school festival for now. Sorry to burst your bubble, but the festival is just getting started. We've still got plenty of other places to explore around here. Why don't we take a look? All right. After you.
That takes care of that.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Law again. All in a day's work. Trophy earned. Oh, I bet you that's a trophy for doing all of the quests. In which case, it's a very good thing that I didn't give up on that last quest. Okay.
Planner launched.
Oh, I have not been doing these. Okay, I need to do these. Oh, what time is it? Hang on just a sec. Okay, I think I have about half an hour. All right, let's go ahead and do several of these since I keep forgetting they're there. A special place with the NES. And parted ways with his companion for a short while. He then headed to Tryon Tower to meet up with Agnes. And yes, a great pleasure to see you again. Good day, Professor Hamilton. Yeah, it's been what, 2.5 weeks now? I apologize for calling you over here, what with the school festival keeping you occupied. But I felt it was important that I return this to you, and yes. So, without further ado, here you are. Your father's diary. Oh no! Why did you have that? Oh, they were testing it to see why they stopped quote-unquote working. I think they're just dormant, which is not the same thing. Thank you, Professor. You've pretty much done all the probing you can so far on why the Genesis stopped working, right? Any developments we should know about? No, sadly. Even after using my connections at the Institute to run it through every instrument at our disposal, I've failed to glean any new facts, let alone the root cause behind the inexplicable phenomena we've observed so far. Nevertheless, I'm of a mind to continue the investigation. Sorry to put you through so much trouble, but we really appreciate it if you could. There's still so many things that we have yet to understand. But we need to do so in order to prepare for what lies ahead. Aha, I can see much of your forebears in you. Clearly, Professor Epstein's spirit lives on, as does Lilia's. Lilia? That's Agnes's grandma, right? Yes, although I never got the chance to meet her myself. According to my great-grandfather's notes, she used to go to and from the laboratory all the time. Indeed, I believe Lilia was around 10 years old back then. She was strong of heart, smart as a whip, and compassionate to boot. Oftentimes she would make tea for her father and us disciples. On occasion, her spontaneous comments would even lead to breakthroughs in our research. The girl certainly did wonders for our motivation. Sounds a lot like how Hume's is for us. You may be right there. Thank you for sharing, Professor. This is a joy to hear. My grandmother had already passed away when I was born, you see, so I never knew her all that well. But my mother told me she was a kind and dauntless woman who raised her single-handedly. I see. That description fits Lila to a T. All in all, however, neither I nor the other disciples can tell you very much about her. As due in particular to the way she vanished right after the professor's death, leaving only a note behind. For real? I've heard a bit about this. Half my grandmother's life is completely unaccounted for. At the time, the guild was still in its infancy. When they failed to find her, the search was called off. So imagine my shock when I first met you, her granddaughter, and Basil. Oh. In any case, you already know Katra is like family to me, so don't ever feel as though you have to be a stranger, dear. That goes for you as well, Van. Even if it has nothing to do with the Genesis, you are welcome to reach out in times of need. Appreciate it. Might even happen sooner than we think. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help you too, Professor. Also, we'd love to have you at this year's school festival if you're willing. It's shaping up to be a spectacular event, thanks in part to Katra's contribution. Ah yes, Esmeré's been telling me all about it. I'll try my best to make time for a visit. Well, we picked up the Genesis. Ready to head back to the academy? About that. It's not as if we're in any hurry. Do you suppose we could stick around for just a while longer? To tell you the truth, I've actually been wanting to come here with you at some point. Oh yeah. Now that you bring it up, I guess this is the first time we've been up here together. It was pretty packed back at the festival anyway, so I could use some time away from the crowds. No harm in hanging back and taking a look around. Great. Thanks, Van. And yes, don't read anything into this. And so, Van and Agnes enjoyed a leisurely stroll along the observation deck. They then decided to take in the city's sights from one of the telescopes. Let's see, if I turn it in this direction... Aha! Old Town spotted. I'm pointing right at the office in Montmartre. Seriously? You got sights for Selge around, and that's the first place you pick? Well, it's important to me. I always look there whenever I do this. Even on my days off from work, I worry about whether you're eating a balanced diet or not. What are you, my nosy sister-in-law? Good luck keeping a food diary on me from way up here. Let's look over there next. The Central Market's as lively as ever today. No matter how much they modernize the rest of the city, this slice of it never seems to change. You a long-time customer or something? Thought your house was over in the 10th district. Well, really, my mother would only take me shopping there ever so often when I was little. There were other occasions, such as birthdays, holidays, or the rare times when my father made space in his busy schedule to come home early. The two of us would poke our heads into one stall after another, deliberating over what to eat. We used to have so much fun back then. Warms your heart to think about it. There's Dirk Memorial Park. My father used to drive me there as a child so we could take Alphonse for a walk. Oh, your pet dog. I met it at the end of last year when I dropped you off that one time, right? Second I petted the guy, he started clinging and roughhousing like no tomorrow. Almost thought I'd never shake myself free. He's usually so quiet around anyone outside our family, too. I guess he took a special liking to you. You're free to stop by and keep him company if you'd like. What, to just stroll right into the president's house? Yeah, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. And there's Artemis Academy over in the Auburn district. If the festival's this busy on the first day, you're going to be swamped all the way to the last. Geez, this is only day 1. Oh, I'll make it through somehow. What's up? Don't laugh. But I was just thinking, wow, I'm actually a student here. Even now, it still hits me. I suppose it's because this is where my mother and father first met. Well, that's news to me. The story goes that my grandmother was working the student store at the time. Being a single parent, she got permission to bring her daughter, Sophie, my mother, to work with her. My father had only just enrolled at the academy when they first got acquainted. From there, he wound up becoming a family friend of sorts. Almost sounds like it was fated to be. Although I'm getting there's a bit of an age gap there, huh? Oh no, another one? Come on, stop it. Yes, 8 years to be exact. It wasn't long after that they met, they became almost like siblings. But as they grew up alongside one another, their shared feelings slowly blossomed into love. Then, one day, they came here to the observation deck, where my father finally proposed to her. Ooh, that's so. Almost poetic, considering that your great-granddad was the one who designed this tower to begin with. I guess that must make it pretty special to you. Yes. In a way, it symbolizes the bond between the two sides of my family, the Claudells and the Gramharts. Shortly after I came along, my father's political career took off. He became busy, while I began feeling lonely. So my parents made an effort to clear out their schedules and bring me to Treon Tower. My mother talked about all sorts of things while we were there. She told me about life with my grandmother, about the way she met my father, about how the three of them would often visit the tower, about the irreplaceable moments she and my father created together, about the guilt he felt over missing my birth due to his military duties, about how overjoyed he was when he first held me in his arms, about how elated she was when he finally proposed. And all the while, my father would have a faint, uncharacteristic flush on his face. Admittedly, a lot of the things she said were too difficult for me to understand at that age. But I always loved seeing her smile spread from cheek to cheek over every detail she recounted about my father and grandmother. It's not quite the same as my great-grandfather's diaries, but hearing their stories about my family meant so much to me. It gave me hope that someday I'd meet my own special someone and get a chance to share this place with them too. Run, Van. And yes. Ah ha ha! Overdramatic, I know. No need to take it too seriously. Nah, it's a nice sentiment. I'm almost jealous. This tower basically ties your family together, even the grandmother you never met in person. My thoughts exactly. Regardless of the circumstances, my mother and father crossed paths, fell in love, and had me. This place is always here as a reminder to put my faith in the bonds that connect us as a family. That's the thing I truly love about it. But ever since I started helping you with your Spriggan work, it's taken on another meaning. You, me, and the others have been all over Edith, solving 4 SPG after 4 SPG. And now, looking over the city from here fills me with pride over everything we've accomplished. I think about the many times my family took in this same view, and how I'm striving to protect it with my own 2 hands. I'm just so glad I joined Arkwright Solutions. That's why I wanted to give you credit where it's due. And not just when it comes to gathering all the Genesees. Thank you, Van, for everything. It's because you helped me grow as a person that I'm able to feel this way, and that's worth the world to me. Oh, come on now. Haven't we been over this? Any growth you've made is your own doing. You're the one who leapt into my line of business and took whatever you could from the experience. You were tenacious like nothing else, sticking to your guns until you got what you were after. Honestly, I never could have imagined how far you'd go. When I up and vanished last year, you came after me without a moment's hesitation. And if that wasn't enough, you rose up against a being capable of rocking this world to its core and gave him a piece of your mind. Oh. We were talking to Van, not you. We don't care about you in the slightest. So get out of our sight and return Van to us at once. I don't think it's a stretch to say that, if nothing else, your strength has pulled me through my fair share of scrapes. So much so that I went from nearly giving up on myself, holding on no matter what. Point is, you're dead wrong if you think your gratitude is a one-way street. Van, like I said before, me taking your request to find the Genesis came with some special conditions. So I'm counting on you to hold up your end of the bargain as my assistant. Yes, sir. Happy to be of service as always, Van. After that, Van and Agnes decided to leave the tower behind and head back to the rest of their friends. Agnes shall grow out of it. I wonder if he realized what I was hinting at. He did, and he ignored it. The only thing to do. Anne's 25 now, so I know we're a bit far apart. And my parents had the same 8-year gap between them as we do. Not happening. Of course, I still have a long way to go before I can measure up to him. It's only a matter of time, though. I'm sure of it. And yes, you coming or what? I'll be right there.
I want to make the most of everything you and the others have taught me, so I'm going to keep working hard. And while I do that, I hope I can stay by your side. I know I'm still inexperienced, but I'm looking forward to whatever comes next.
Ben has no comment to that. Like the two extremes they do. People that are way, way, way too far apart in age for it to be comfortable. And then people who grew up as siblings, which has its own level of discomfort. That's the two extremes in the Falcon games. Okay, they said that people had new conversations. Oh, hello. Huh, not bad. Looks like the people here have done some research on Eastern cuisine. And the results are pretty good. You should give this stuff a try, Van. Indeed, I think you'll find it to your liking. I drink Eastern tea from time to time, but this particular blend is exceptional. I should very much like to know how it was brewed. The atmosphere here is quite enchanting. I'd stay here the rest of the day if I could. Hey, Shizuna, is it true that some of the students reached out to you for feedback on their booths? Yep, although all I did was give them a few pointers after looking at their prototypes. When she heard some of them were being called in as advisors, she decided she wanted in too. Some of us were being called in. Bet the students were giddy as could be to hear Divine Blade singing praises about their tea. You know, it just hit me how weird it is seeing you guys hang out together. How'd this even happen anyway? Well, when I dropped by, Shizuna waved and motioned me to come on over. So, I sat down and we just started chatting about Eastern foods and tourist spots over tea. Ah, I see. Speaking of tourist spots, there's no better place to visit than Long Line in the springtime. The sight of the trees in full bloom can't be beat. Though the view of the nearby river with all the little petals resting on top is a close second. I love fishing there during that time. You're doing a good job selling me. I've been to Long Line more than a few times for film premieres. Oh, Dina's talking. I've been to Long Line more than a few times for film premieres, but I don't think I've ever been there during the spring. Its beauty is astounding. I only wish we were able to bring some of that vitality back to the wastelands. Me and the gang went to Long Line last year, but we didn't get to fully enjoy it. Things were, a bit hectic. Wouldn't mind going back for some actual R&R sometime. Ooh, take me with you. I can give you a full tour of the place, and we can cap it off with another duel in the Ishkal Mountains. And why the hell do you think I'd want to do that? Oh, you make a real awful tour guide. Do you know that?
Alrighty.
Nina, anything you care to share with the class? Speaking of Long Line, I heard Judith went there in secret and has been read to you and your group. She didn't tell me about all the details, but it sounded like quite a bit happened. Though she was there with all of you, I'm sure she had a good time. This school festival certainly is entertaining. I'm sure the students have put no small amount of effort into it. By the way, I heard that Katra, Esmeralda, and even Cronkite were here today. Perhaps I'll meet up with them once I finish my tea. And you? We first met in the fall of last year, right? And we've crossed paths many times since. I think fate is sending a message. Oh, and speaking of Longlai, I'm pretty familiar with the Ishgal Mountains. So next time you're there, I'll be happy to give you the grand tour. The view from the summit is breathtaking, and there's some wild veggies off the beaten path that you gotta try. Pass, not much of a mountain climber, sorry. Besides, how much do you think I'd go along with you on this hypothetical trip? Because he's not fond of her. That's part of the same thing. Sorry, Elaine, just looking around. Straight ahead. Cafe. Oh, we talked to everyone in here already. Yeah. Why is he wearing that getup? Seriously. Is he a 1930s mobster or a dealer at a casino in Vegas? Talk to them. Wait. Blue. Something blue is happening on an upper level. Oh, you guys weren't here before. Okay. Artemis Window Shopping Squad, roll out. We're going to window shop till we drop. Once we've pestered every booth with their mirror-pitching ways, my conquest of the festival will be complete. Then I will laugh triumphantly from the rooftop, and the vanquished shall bow down to their new grand ruler.
To any daring challengers out there, we've got prizes that are up for grabs.
Your maniacal
Why not
plans
give
to
it a
make
try?
sense to you and you alone. How about this, Nadia? Instead of doing something completely nonsensical, why don't we just go on a normal date? Such a killjoy, S. Can't you just loosen up for once in your... He said the D word. Wait. Did you just... There are a lot of two-person events here. Heck, there's almost too many. And I have my suspicions as to who's behind that. But hey, I'm not complaining. It works out well for us, don't you think? Now, let's get out there and show everyone we have the strongest bond in the whole wide world. Come on, let's go. Okay. You've been staring off into space for a while now. Something wrong? Not really. But if you'd really like to know what's on my mind, I've just been thinking I don't have to try to be a replacement for Ace anymore. Oh, I see. What do I do? This is acting really weird. Calm yourself. This is the part where you keep a level head. You're right. It's just a date with S. I'm going on a date with... My mind's gone totally blank. I don't know what to do. I can see that. In that case, why not let Swin take the lead? Oh, all right. She certainly knows how to pursue, but how to react when being pursued is evidently uncharted territory. She really is quite cute. Okay, where else do we have people to talk to? People in this room? The entrance of which is over here? No. And no, okay. Are they outside? Are they upstairs? Are they on the other side? They're on the other side. Jeez Louise. Oh, it's this place. Well, none of our guys are here, though. So that's okay. Whoops, and I'm totally turned around again. Jeez. Okay, talk to them. Talk to the people in the cafeteria. We need to start heading upstairs because something's happening. Frederica? Mr. Powell. Oh, Frederica's the graduating student, so she's no longer technically a student. And the much disliked former student council president. What do you think of this year's festival, Frederica? Well, suppose it's all right. It doesn't really lack for anything.
Thank you for coming.
Of course, they wouldn't have been able to pull it off without the training they received during my time as student council president.
This festival is an annual
perhaps you're right.
That preserves the principles that Artemis,
no, you see, half of that was meant to be a joke, and the other half was just me being a sore loser. Either way, this year's festival is something truly extraordinary. It's true that much of what was accomplished was due to Miss Bright's exemplary leadership skills. However, it wouldn't be what it is today if they never broke tradition. Yes, I suppose that's true. I've seen many student councils come and go over the years. Some of our more wonderful achievements only came about during your time in office. As you move into this next phase of your life, remember to be proud of all that you've accomplished. Mr. Powell. Thank you. Now there's the Powell I remember. You're right. It hasn't changed at all. The things on the top floor. But there's people to talk to here, so let's have a look. Odette? And yes?
A card battle tournament
and
is being held in a classroom
Albert.
in the left
Albert.
wing on the first floor.
It's amazing to think about how far the three of us have come. Getting emotional just thinking about it. We used to play together a lot back when we were little. Before I moved, I mean. Odette was always doing something ridiculous. You and I had our hands full trying to keep her in check. Honey, that's not how I remember it. As I recall, you were the only one of us who was fretting up a storm. And sometimes you even cried your little eyes out. I did not. Okay, fine, there were times where I did. A little. Anyway, that's all ancient history now. I'll have you know I've grown quite a bit since then. True, you both have. Odette is much more attentive than she used to be. And you've grown into someone who could always be depended on in a pinch, Albert. You say that like you haven't done the most maturing out of all of us. Ever since we met up again at Aramis, you've... How do I put this? I guess it's like you've always been taking steps forward, little by little. After you picked up that part-time job last year, you've catapulted forward at blinding speeds and became a beacon for us all. Really? Really, you're exaggerating. No way! I mean, look at Albert. He's been anxious around you all year. He knows he's going to have to haul butt if he wants to get elected. You don't have to remind me. I'm not anxious around her. Haha, I'll be rooting for you, Albert. Thanks. Sheesh, you sure is wasted on the young, that's for sure. Keep saying things like that, and even I'm going to start calling you an old man. Please don't. Okay, who's down here?
Step right up. Test your smarts at the quiz tournament.
Oh no! Please don't pull him away from his girlfriend. Ah, there you are, Nate. If I'm not mistaken, you received a call from HQ, correct? For your sake, I hope you didn't ignore it. Wait, hold the phone, Detector. I'm really sorry. It's just that my girlfriend and I literally just got back together.
A card battle.
I understand that some important people are here at the festival, and I know the school asked for more security detail. But... Huh? You're going to abandon me? No, never mind. It's okay. Duty calls. I understand how demanding your job is. Just a moment. I'll take care of the security detail. You can stay. You mean it? Are you feeling under the weather, Inspector? It's not like you to be so generous. Don't worry. I won't be making a habit of it. Consider this my thanks for all the hard work you've been putting in lately. I'll contact HQ and let them know I'm taking over. Enjoy your date, Detective. Thank you, Inspector. You don't know how much this means to me. I'll promise I'll pay you back tenfold for this. I want to thank you, too. I really, really appreciate it. The Inspector said he had plans with his family. I really hate to put him out like this, but I'm totally going to. Days like this don't come often. I'd be dumb as bricks to pass up his generosity.
To any daring challengers
I really want to try to be more understanding of Nate's work situation in the future. That said, I know I would have been really disappointed if he had to go right now. Good on his boss for letting him stay. Swanee? I knew Nate's relationship with his girlfriend was strained. I hadn't planned on butting in. I think the situation called for it this time. We're normally expected to respond whenever we're called upon, but just this once, I'll cover for him. Who's in here? Looking at the foreign relations stuff. Oh, it's him. Okay. We talked to him. He's the guide for this room.
Thank you for coming to the first
library.
Day of the Aramis
You
Academy
two still.
Festival.
Honestly, I kind of invited Kayla on a whim. The timing just happened to work out, and our schedules were conveniently aligned. I never thought we'd stumble upon a place like this and end up bonding over it. Could this be Arusha at work? Either way, she looks like she's enjoying herself. I'm glad I asked her to come.
So please, enjoy.
I'll be getting to see the International Cultural Exchange announcement soon. That's yet another reason I'm glad we came here today. I'm lucky to be part of this generation. We get to go beyond family, tribes, and borders to walk hand in hand with people from other cultures. It's a good thing I took Munt up on his offer. I hope we get to see all kinds of cool things together while we're here. Out. What's going on in here? Oh, is this the door? Investigate. Oh, I hear some voices coming from inside there. I think it's Rin and Miss Matilda and Miss Toa by the sounds of it. Hey, you want to poke your head in there? Be happy to join you. Dan. Perhaps I should step away for a bit. It might sound odd coming from me, given my own personal circumstances, but he has family. I think you two should take some time to talk. Oh, you might be right. I'll let you take it from here. What happened? What's going on? So, want to go in? Yes. Oh, it's the president. You've changed quite a bit. But you know what they say, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Haha, I'm beginning to believe I'll always be the naive student I used to be in your eyes. Oh, hi, Agnes. Hello, Mr. Arkwright. Oh, you're finally here. Let me put on some tea for you. Oh, no, that's okay. You don't have to do that. Well, I shouldn't be leaving the nurse's office empty for too long. I'd better be going. Please take your time and enjoy yourselves. I wish you all the best, Mr. President. Thank you. Please take care of yourself. I didn't realize you knew Miss Matilda. She's been on faculty since my days at the Academy. She helped me a great deal during that time of my life. I assume the same could be said for you and Mr. Kincaid, yes? Indeed. She's been something of an advisor to the student council for a very long time. Oh, and she was also a bit of a caretaker for a certain problem child, whose antics caused the poor woman no end of undue stress. Is that so? I can easily picture that. Yeah, I'll admit, I was a bit of a trouble. Hey, wait! You're the one to talk. Caused her a lot of headaches yourself. I bet Rin did, too. Anyway, what brings you here today, Mr. President? The last time we spoke, Oh. Don't worry, Ines. I've known all about you and your dad since before I came to the Republic. I also remember what happened back then. Oh, you did? I'm guessing the same goes for you, Mr. Prez? Correct. I remember everything that happened quite clearly. And by the way, I also heard all about your exploits with the Garden Master from Kincaid. Part of the reason I came here today was to thank you in person. Even if that coup d'etat ultimately didn't come to fruition, the fact remains that you saved the capital and dispelled the shadows of our past that would have no doubt consumed our present. Oh. Wish I could take all the credit, but I can't. Had a bit of help with that. I trust the items that were passed down to my daughter from my mother-in-law proved useful in this situation. If so, then as your father and his family, I'd like to express just how grateful I am. Dad? Well, if you really are so grateful, then how about showing it by giving me some? Of course, considering it never happened and cannot be disclosed to the public, I'm afraid I'm unable to provide you with any remuneration. Damn, never mentioned cheesecake. Why must you always be so difficult, Dad? Honestly, I see his point. You have no reason to give this guy money. You give this guy money. It could be looked on as a bribe. Or something. He jest. We prepared a small reward. This is while having a secret reserve fund comes in handy. It isn't much, so I suggest you keep it on a short leash. Otherwise, he'll spend it all in one place. Understood. Will do. No, won't do. You not trust my daughter, Mr. Arkwright? Is her work performance not satisfactory? Oh, and if memory serves, when you visited our home at the end of last year, you only stayed for a slice of cake and left in quite a huff. We should arrange a time where we can sit and talk frankly, man to man. Perhaps we could book a sauna session. Yo, you into sauna? Wait, no, I don't want to... Hey, what the hell are you doing with your cipher, Renee? Why, I'm simply putting in a reservation at a private sauna that opened recently. I don't remember saying I agreed to this. Try not to let them get to you, Van. Well, at least we were able to shift the conversation away from the subject of the Genesis. Agreed. Well, in any case, I feel a little more at ease now. I guess he really is a father at heart. Although, I can't help but be a little worried about where things will go from here. Me too. That plan of his, whatever it entails, has been progressing for the past 2 years now. I still know very little about it, but I wouldn't be too surprised if he makes an announcement about it before long. Afterwards, Van left the student council office, parted way with Agnes, and met back up with Elaine. An additional connection point has been added. I should do a connection event.
What's next?
I didn't look at how many points. I have 6 points and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Okay, 6 points, 10 things. Father of a father, lost adolescence, Patra's secret, Grimcat in peril. No. We can't have Grimcat in peril. We're doing this one. Begin. Leaving the festival with a rather detailed excuse, Judith headed out to do some Grimcat field work. However, shortly after her departure, Van received a desperate call. What the heck was so urgent she needed me to come all the way out here? Hey, Van, this way! What the hell are you doing, Alley Cat? Thought you were done with work. Why are you still in your Grim Cat getup? Seriously, I wouldn't be surprised if there were rumors about some math perv in the area already. If I could change, I would. It's just... I can't transform back. What? During the festival, Judith had managed to get a lead on a cadre of pickup artists and causing no end of grief to young women. Not wanting to miss her opportunity, she managed to steal a critical piece of evidence and deliver it to the police. However, upon finishing her work, she came to realize that the Grim Cat transformation could only be partially undone. What part? Well, at least we were able to get you a bathrobe to cover up a little, but it kind of just made you look like an even bigger pervert. No, it doesn't. But thanks for helping me out, I guess. Now I can finally relax a little. Just wish I knew how to change back. Man, this is going to be a real pain. Patrol cars have been keeping a pretty sharp eye on the area recently, so just having some creep like you in the car is a big risk. Well, excuse me for existing! Please, Van, you gotta help me out here. We talked about this before, remember? We both turned into some strange-looking creatures, so we should have each other's backs. Well, I don't think my transformation is quite on a par with yours. But don't worry, I'm not about to leave you high and dry. Just so you're aware, though, I'm not exactly the premier scholar on your whole magic changey thing. Unless you're willing to fill me in on some of the details, I doubt I'll be much help. You have a point. Don't you know there's some secrets a thief should never reveal? I'm assuming it's nothing like what happens with Mare and me. It doesn't really seem like Aaron's whole tyrant situation either. So if it's not a hollow and it's not some spirit reincarnation thing, then it's probably some sort of family heirloom deal. Is that right? Oh, no, I could never tell whether you're a genius or just a real pain in the neck. Well, whatever. No sense in hiding it if you've already figured it out. So that's it, huh? Yes, this compact is what triggers my transformation. Grammy gave it to me when she thought I was ready to take on the responsibility. She told me all about our family's duty as Grimcat back then. As long as this thing remains in our possession, Grimcat will always be there to save the day. Okay, so do you know how it actually works? That device is what helps you transform. Maybe it just bugged out or something. Hold on. You've been using this thing for how long and you don't even know how it works? Well, why would I need to? It's been fine up until now. Stuff like this never happened to Mom or Grammy, that you know of. Fine. I guess we just have to ask someone else for help. Best bet just might be Grammy, then. Oh no, I'm gonna get chewed out for this, aren't I? Sounds like you better get ready for a butt whooping. Oh, get real, she never... Well, actually, she just might. Damn it. Guess I should give her a call. So the two agreed to talk with Judith's grandmother. However, due to an inability to get in contact, they decided to meet her where she was most likely to be. After deciding to make their way to Montbart, where the woman had been spotted earlier, they were informed she'd only just recently stepped out. Oh, good grief, she wasn't in our hotel room either. I told you to pull off the highway because I thought she'd be here. You tell the front desk staff thought we were fishy, too. Man, this is turning into way more of a mess than I thought it would be. Well, at least your grandma stands out in a crowd. There must be someone around here who knows where she went. If it isn't Van, what are you doing over here? And isn't that... Crap, of all people. Oh, hey! I thought you two were still enjoying the festival. Mr. Gotti forgot his notebook in the hotel room, so we came back to pick it up. All those passionate youths. It was filling me to the brim with inspiration. Anyway, what are you doing at a hotel in the middle of the day? Having a secret rendezvous? Actually, why is that lady of yours wearing a mask and that brightly colored hair? Why does it look so familiar? Shit. You really shouldn't pry into her private affairs, Mr. Gotti. She might just be one of Van's clients. That's right. I'm afraid my position prevents me from revealing my true identity, so, as unseemly as it is, I had to disguise myself like this before requesting help. Yeah, unfortunately, she's really got no clue how the world works. Poor thing didn't realize she'd stand out so much more dressing like that. Hey, watch your mouth, bub. I see. Well, that's Van for you. You should have taken all kinds under your wing, huh? My young lady, looks like you've got a pretty nice figure under that bathrobe. In fact, you're probably about the same size as Judith. What would you say to being my next? There he goes again. We better actually get going, Mr. Gotti. Talk to you later, Van. Before I forget, you haven't seen Dominique around lately, have you? I had a few things I wanted to run by her. Ms. Lanster? Maybe you could try the Trion Mall? I think I overheard something about her having a meeting there today. Really? I mean, is that so? Thanks, Nina. See you two back at the festival. Phew, I got out of that one by the skin of my teeth. At least we got a lead, though. Yeah, thank the goddess for Nina. Anyway, let's head over to Trion Mall. There she is. Good. Make sure you keep at it. And don't forget to do an acoustics check. Understood. You're here. Oh, Grammy. Oh, crap. Nobody look at me. Good goddess. What in the hell were you thinking? Look, I'm sorry, Grammy. Really? Doesn't it sound like there's a problem with the device itself? You can fix it, right? I mean, surely Judith can't be stuck like this forever. Don't even joke about that. There's no way it happened, right, Grammy? Well, we're certainly not going to get anywhere with you throwing a fit about it. Hand it over and I'll have it fixed in a jiffy. After a brief assessment, Dominique took to skillfully repairing the compact with a few precision tools she had in her person. And in only a matter of moments, the issue was resolved. Revert. Did it! I'm normal again. Told you it'd all work out. You've really got to start learning how to handle these things yourself, Judith. Anyway, I've optimized the compact for you. There shouldn't be any issue for a while. Sniffle. Thanks, Grant. Which leads me to ask, when was the last time you did any maintenance on the thing? I told you to always make sure it stays in working condition. To be checking on it every day. Honestly, Judith, compact's a tool, not a toy. Should be treating it with the respect it deserves. Oh, she's this old and I still have to give her a butt whooping. Anything but that. Listen, I know I screwed up. I'll do better. Hard to believe the trigger for your transformation is just some little Arbol device. I'm guessing it's the same one the first Grimcat used? That's right. I inherited it myself over 50 years ago. Wasn't the Arbol Revolution 50 years ago? How could you be using an Arbol device older than 50 years ago? I have questions. For more than half a century, it's been our family's great honor to not only safeguard the secret of the Grimcat, but to use its power for good. Never had someone so reckless about the job as this one, though. Hey, I try to be careful. Just had a run of bad luck is all. Well, I admit, that gung-ho attitude of yours is probably what led to you taking down so many evildoers. You got Chloe and I beat there, at least. But I imagine it's also what led you to attacking Mr. Arkwright in Tharbad. Isn't that right? I forgot about that. How did you know about that? Now that I think about it, Agnes did say something about her Genesis reacting that night. That compact of theirs. I have a feeling it's all connected somehow. Sounds like this thing came into play right around the Orbital Revolution, too. Thank you, Van. I'm glad you noticed. Might be something to consider in the future. Anyway, I really appreciate all your help today, Van. You have my thanks as well. I'm sorry my granddaughter keeps causing you so much trouble. I certainly never planned on anyone else learning about our heirloom here, but I think the secret's safe in your hands. I mean, all I did was drive her around some, but I'm glad I could help. And don't worry about me spilling your secret. My lips are sealed. That's what I like to hear. Well, I suppose I'd better be off. Keep an eye on this one for me, Spriggan. Grammy? Sheesh, I'm starting to feel like one of the family. Well, it's not all that surprising. Really done a lot for us. Whether I'm Judith the actress or Grimcat the Phantom Thief, I'm grateful you were always there to lend me a hand. Wow, that actually sounded pretty sincere. Sure didn't catch a cold or something? Of course I didn't. Look, I get that it's a little unusual coming from me, but I never really had the chance to thank you for everything. Especially because you've given me the perfect chance to fulfill my duty as Grimcat. Seriously, thank you. Well, you're welcome. I'm sure you still have plenty of adventures to come, but we'll be right there to back you up when you need it. Yeah, those moonlighting do-gooders gotta stick together, right? I'm excited to see what the future holds. I guess we ought to get... Grammy? I realized I forgot something. I can't just let you off the hook for your negligence. Negligence, after all. I think a few wallops will set you on the right track, don't you think? Heck, maybe I'll call up Chloe to get a few hits in. Cut me some slack, Grammy. Hey, didn't you just say something about backing me up, Van? Sorry, but you're on your own for this one. Here's hoping it's a valuable learning experience. How can you leave me like this, you cold-hearted brute? And with that, Van left Judith to deal with Dominique's disciplining. She caught up with him eventually, albeit looking a little worse for wear.
You know, it just hit me that we have a lot in common. Wait, don't take that the wrong way. I just mean it's uncanny that we both have these secret sides to ourselves. We're like confidants or something.
I hope Grammy wasn't too hard on you, girl. Maybe just grabbed an earlobe and talked it off. Okay, that was fun. And these two need some talking to. Warrant Officer Cody and Sister Kayla. Honestly, I'm a little surprised he made the time to come here, given how busy he is right now. He's supposed to be fully booked this evening, right? Maybe he's just wanting to take a break before his schedule gets crazy. Oh no, the guy who's always running his mouth suddenly went quiet. I think something's wrong, doesn't it? No, nothing's wrong. Just thinking is all. Much as I hate to admit it, that man is a master politician, for good and for ill. Not every politician takes the time out to be with the people like this. Not hard to see how he's won over the hearts of everyone. Got into office by coding his campaign with honeyed words and false promises. All he wanted was power. He doesn't care for the good of the people or the Republic, like Rocksmith and my father did. Cody, I did learn something from all this. Rampart's prepared to carry the weight of this nation on his shoulders, and he's more than capable of doing so. I don't know where he found the impetuous to take on such an arduous task. But I do know that whatever reasons he had for becoming the president, they damn sure weren't shallow. No, but they were probably devious. You're right there. There's something about him that still terrifies me, but I'm willing to admit he might be the leader our country needs right now. I never thought I'd hear those words coming out of your mouth. His true goals remain shrouded in mystery, but I feel like I can say with confidence that he isn't like Rocksmith or the Blood and Iron Chancellor. I don't know what direction he's steering the country, but no matter what course we take, we'll have to see it through, right at his side. Yeah, that's exactly what I intend to do. For the record, this wasn't a confession of admiration. The only president I'll ever admire is Rocksmith, And don't you ever forget that. Oh, don't worry. You've made that virtually impossible. So they still remember what happened during the coup d'etat. Those two sure put us through the rigor back then. Oh well. We got through it in one piece at the end of the day. All's well that ends well. The president will be here in the student council office for the duration of his stay at the festival. His time here is limited, though, so if you have any business with him, now's the time. He's a very busy man, as you're no doubt aware.
Is an annual tradition that preserves the principles that Artemis,
Oh, it's you.
founder
If you'd like to
of
go
our
in there, you're more than
firmly
welcome to.
believed in.
The president seems eager to speak with you.
Our
do that
entire
again?
student body has put their
Check.
all
What are we
into creating
checking?
this year's activities, so
Oh,
please
looks like the
enjoy.
student council using the suggestion box to collect surveys today. I wonder if the surveys we did back in our day were helpful for this year's festival. Guess we'll just have to explore the whole place so we can give them a fair review.
Well...
Go back in here. Kincaid. Now, you have two choices, a dry sauna or a steam sauna. Which would you like me to book? Of course, if Mr. President has a preference, that will be given priority. Wait, you were serious about the reservation? Ha, no, I jest. Though you will still be given your due compensation. Many factors were playing against us, but the fact remains that we failed to nip the coup in the bud. You may think of it as remuneration for helping pinpoint cracks in our defenses. Why do I feel like you guys turning me into your personal test monkey?
Thank you for coming to the first
Oh well,
day of the
I'm about to look a gift horse in the mouth. Mr. President?
This festival is
It's an honor to
annual
finally meet you,
tradition
Mr. President.
that preserves the principles that
Please, there's no need for such
founder of
formality.
our academy,
I'm simply here to enjoy the
firmly
festival
believed
as an alumnus. Much like yourself.
in. Our entire student body has put
Seems
their
you've got
all
something
into
on your
creating
mind.
this year's activities.
May I ask what it
So
is?
Please enjoy.
Regarding the actions of my father, Edmund Auclair, allow me to apologize on his behalf. Elaine, as far as I'm concerned, your father's actions were his own doing, not yours. And he has been punished accordingly. But say we put the past behind us. But correct me if I'm wrong, was it not you who made his actions known in the first place? Through your selflessness, you were able to show the public that justice is still alive and well in this world. Going forward, I'd like you to continue upholding that justice, alongside the guild you've placed so much faith in. Yes, sir, I'll do just that. Hello? I came over because I heard my name called on the PA system, but I didn't realize it was because the president wanted to speak with me. All right, you were working the quiz competition just now, weren't you? You must have a lot on your plate. Oh, it's all right. I wanted to say hello at some point anyway. We had a really interesting conversation about NGOs and Thors. In an unofficial capacity, of course. It sounds more like a consultation than anything. They sound awfully chummy. I forgot to mention it earlier, but that tea was really good. Why, thank you. I guess it was worth breaking out the special blend. Of course, I'd be remiss not to provide the best tea we have while the president is visiting. This is all part and parcel of being the student council president. That's not the only reason you're here, right? Naturally. I have a few personal matters to discuss as an advisor to the CF and a negotiator for the Epstein Foundation. Yeesh, got a figure in every pie in the market, don't you?
A card battle tournament is being held
Yes, she
in the
does.
classroom in the left wing on the first floor.
Okay. Are people to talk to up here?
Do you have
Oh,
what
we've
it
been in the
takes to
library
oust our
already. I
resident
think we
game
have talked to
master?
everyone up
Then
here.
I invite you to come by and try your
We talked to Cody at all. We did. Okay. And second floor too.
Look no further.
Yeah, that's whoops, that's that. Ah! I'm stuck. I'm stuck because I got trapped against these students I didn't see. No idea what's going on in here. I guess they're studying and or sleeping. Hopefully no bombs this time. Oh my gosh, that was scary. Okay. I think we talked to everyone down here. Let's go through the cafeteria, where we've talked to everyone, and then out into the main office. There we go. I mean, the main grounds? What would you call that?
Thank you for coming to the first day of the Aramis Academy Festival. Welcome to
Oh
the
my
mini
gosh.
market.
Hello, Ashen.
This festival
And the
is
prince.
an annual
I
tradition
kind of would
that
think he'd be
preserves the
mobbed by
principles
schoolgirls.
that Aramis, the founder of our academy, firmly
Aha!
believed
Your
in.
generation. Your generosity knows no bounds, Your Highness.
Our entire
Yes,
student
seriously.
body has
I
put
can't
their
believe the
all into
princely
creating this
family
year's
supplied the
activity.
mini market with
So
all these
please
furnishings.
enjoy.
This was nothing more than a modest offering. In fact, one could be forgiven for thinking it meager. I'm sure that thought crossed the mind of the young lady from Hayaway. No? Not at all. I was actually just thinking the incense burner I purchased a moment ago was very nice. It's gratifying without being gaudy. In my opinion, it's perfectly suited for a school festival like this. Well, that's certainly relieving to hear. Oh, by the by, I have an inquiry for you, Gambler Jack. I've heard many a tale of your legendary escapades. I take it you're well versed in the many clandestine activities that occur here in the capital. Yes? Then would you care to give me a tour this evening? So His Highness wants a little peek behind the curtain. Sure, that sounds like a good time. Hey, wait a second, Jack. There's no way Naji's gonna let you two get away with that. His Highness is up to no good as always. I'm feeling Haley and Naji will have their hands full in the very near future. Okay, I'm gonna do another.
What's next?
One of these. Student Council President's Office. Ren. I will obviously do that one. Sort of a capable man. Maybe we'll do Kincaid, but use connection points to spend time together. Begin. Anne parted ways with his companion and went off on his own, in order to take care of a certain request. And that's what led to the bicycle parking incident. We've since changed the way we're directing traffic, so I don't expect this to be an issue going forward. Well, I'm glad to hear this matter came to a swift resolution, which was no doubt owed to your prompt response, I'm sure. Thank you for the report. Keep up the good work, as always. Of course. Oh, and one last thing. I know you're in charge of the festival and all, but I hope you'll give yourself a break soon. It's long overdue. Bow. She's got a lot of paperwork. Hello, Rin Bright speaking. Oh my, a direct inquiry from the Institute. Is that in regards to the dissertation I published recently? She has another degree? So they would like me to give a lecture on the design theories behind network traffic? I understand. I'll check my schedule and get back with you as soon as I can. Have a lovely day. Phew, no rest for the weary student council president, I suppose. No, I shouldn't complain. I'm not the only one who's busy, after all. Well then, I think I'll take advantage of this brief respite, chip away at my paperwork. I'll start with the club applications and the paperwork submitted for the new school year. Oh, come in. I wonder if it's Odette this time. It is not. Hey there. Sorry to interrupt. You look as busy as ever, Ms. President. Good afternoon, Van. This is an unexpected surprise, but not an unwelcome one. To what do I owe this visit? Has something happened? If there's a problem, I'll make sure it's taken care of right away. Actually, I just came to ask one simple question. Want to come on a little date with me? My, Van Arkwright. I never took you for a casual flirt. I wonder how Agnes and Elaine would react if I spilled the tea on this little move you're making. Huh? Why are you bringing them up? Anyway, it looks like you're wrapped up all the work you need to for now. You can spare the time, I'm sure. But if you want to play the stubborn card, I'll just have to drag you out of here by force. Well, you weren't leaving me much choice in the matter. Not that I'm objecting, of course. Absconding with you might make for a pleasant change of pace. Would you care to escort me? Of course. Van led Ren out the rear exit, and the two of them headed out into the town in his pickup truck, again using a word twice in the same sentence. Out and out. English degree bugs me. Ah, so they have new sightseeing guides for Liberl and Crossbell, do they? There's even one for the Empire. Can't imagine I'll be heading out that way anytime soon, but I'd like to someday. Bet there's loads of great desserts you can only find over in the west half of the continent. Well, if you do decide to go out that way, I wouldn't mind showing you around. I can take you on a tour of all the major cities, and I can help you find the places that are off the map. I know all the best restaurants. Careful, I may take you up on that offer. Huh, I never really had you pegged as the type who'd like fishing. Oh yeah, I think you once told me your other older sister was into it. She's a bracer, yeah? That's right. She taught me how to fish before I moved to Calvert. I only do it on occasion. It's a nice way to pass the time. She and her partner are traveling all over Sumeria in their effort to achieve A-rank status. She sends me pictures of fish she catches sometimes. Although I do wish she'd spare me the details of their little lovers' spats. Sounds like the two of you are pretty tight. Actually pretty tight with Joshua, too. Holy shit. It's that limited edition cake everyone's been hyped up about. Every time I poke my head in here, it's always sold out. It's even featured in a magazine special on Heavenly Confections. It certainly looks delicious. Probably go well with a refreshing cup of tea. Want to give it a try? Oh, I know you're only asking because you want to try it for yourself. But very well, we can have some. Hell yeah! Eventually, the pair made their way to the Grand Circuit. After partaking in a leisurely stroll around the racetrack, they did some window shopping and dropped by the beer garden. For their final stop, they decided to ride the Ferris wheel. Finally, someone rides the Ferris wheel. Phew, we sure packed a lot in one date, huh? Indeed. You have my gratitude, Van. This was exactly the sort of break I needed. Although I can't help but feel this supposed date is missing something. A touch of romance, perhaps? Hey, cut me some slack. I'm already in enough trouble as it is for running off with a high school girl. Ah, what a pity. All right, I think it's about time you came clean. About the reason you took me on this date, I mean. It's almost as though you could tell I was in low spirits. I know you did all this from a place of genuine concern, but the timing was just a little too perfect, even for you. Tell me, did Estelle, Joshua, and Tita send you a 4SPG through the guild? My guess is yes. They were unable to fill their promise of coming to today's festival, so this must be their way of making up for that. Well, guess the cat's out of the bag. I already told them they didn't need to come. I didn't want them to feel guilty. They have their hands full with their work at the guild in the ZCF, so I understood why they couldn't make the time. I know they were looking forward to it, and that was out of their hands. I tried to reassure them that I was fine, but... No, I suppose they could tell that, deep down, I missed them. They really are such kind, lovely people. That's why I miss them so. Yeah, how much is clear as day. I mean, they're the ones who found you when you were still wandering around on your own as Kitty. We've all got a special bond. Indeed we do. They're my pride and joy. Thank you, Van. This really was a nice surprise. Maybe one day I can return the favor to them. It's ironic that the former Kitty could only barely scratch the surface. You didn't think the surprise was over already, did you? New hollow system? What is... You have grown, partner. Huh? Oh my gosh, it's Pattern Matter. Are you... Is it really you? Oh my gosh, I'm tearing up. No, don't say that. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. Rin. He sustained critical damage to his logic units. There's no backup system for Gordius-class archaisms. It'll be all right. We'll fix you. We'll... Goodbye. Actually, I'm really tearing up. First recorded reactivation since 1204. It is good to see you again, Ren. Pattern Matter. Hee. Did we surprise you? Sorry we couldn't make it to the festival, Ren. I know it doesn't really make up for it, but we've had this gift in the work for a super long time. Now that you're coming up on graduation, and since you're soon to be turning 18, we want to do something special to commemorate the occasion. It took a lot of people to make it happen. We now owe favors to the people the world over. But it was all worth it, because we were able to bring back someone who meant the world to you. How's that for a surprise? We hope you like it. Estelle, Joshua, and even Tita. Oh, Tita was on there. I didn't notice. No, I'm sure you weren't the only ones who did this. That's right. Your family and friends weren't my only clients. Golden Butterfly and the Dire Wolf were also in on this. Oh, and an unnamed fortune teller and a phantom thief pitched in too. Whoa, now that's a callback. Unnamed fortune teller? Oh my gosh, what was her name? She's the one No, that's not who Maribel took over from. But she's the one who was like a sister to, Shira. The request was signed by the whole lot of them. Even Georg, wherever he is, put his name down. It's the same Gordius-class archaism that was destroyed during Crossbell's first bid for independence 5 years ago. They've been working on restoring it in secret, and they asked me to deliver it to you. It's good to be home, Ren. Oh, I'm tearing up. Whimper, sob. Welcome home. Welcome home, Pattern Matter. Looks like my work here is done. Oh, that was out of left field. I'm so glad I did that one. Stell, Joshua, Tita, everyone. I hope you realize just how unfair this is. You kept all this from me, and even more Georg and Luciola into it. Luciola, that was her name. Your best friend's the one who got the ball rolling. She took an interest in holocars while researching the Cypher standard. And when the idea popped into her head, she and your family set to work on it. They had to get into contact with Ouroboros and Georg just so they could restore Pattern Matter as a holocar. And turns out, news travels fast in this society. Once the word hit, it spread like wildfire. They all gathered the data from where Pattern Matter was destroyed, along with any scrap of archive info from the 13 factories. I'm sure that went over well with the professor. Using that as a base, they were able to assemble a logic unit that was as close to the original as you could get. Then they recreated it. Having said that, it's still just a prototype. I'll be making some improvements in the future. They got past all kinds of organizational and international barriers to make this happen. It's a miracle in the truest sense of the word. This is all thanks to the connections you made along the way. We all came together and made it a reality. You're right. And don't forget that you played a part in all this too, Van. You speak as though you had next to no involvement, but that simply isn't true. After all, you're the one who lives in that space between the light and the dark, allowing you to be connected to and trusted by those of both sides. I mean, I guess. Anyway, hopefully this helps you realize just how many people you have in your corner. Yes, I feel like this experience has truly driven that point home for me. You've really outdone yourself this time, Van. Nah, all I did was handle one little request. But I will say, just because you can do anything, doesn't mean you try to do everything. If you need help, I'm just a phone call away, and you can always shoot me a 4SPG when you like. I'll do whatever I can for you. Oh, you really are impossible. You just won't play fair, will you? Well, I'll never be able to repay you for all you've done for me. No, one day I'll find a way. After that, Van and Rin got off the Ferris wheel and made their way back to Aramis Academy, enjoying the drive along the way. Okay, Reen, and Renee. Too many people with short names that start with R. Too close to pronunciation to each other.
Back to me. I do hope you realize I will not stand to let this debt go unpaid. Prepare yourself, because one day I will show you just how grateful I really am.
Van almost likes himself an awful lot there. Not quite, though. Patter matter obtained. Oh, Rin.
Welcome to the mini market.
This is a good time to take a break. I need to compose myself. That was wholly unexpected and very touching, and man, you have to know so much history to figure all of that out.
Thank you for coming to the first day of the Aramis Academy Festival.
That was really nice. I'm so glad she has Patter Matter back.
This festival is an
I mean, it was hard enough or emotional enough the first time I saw that one craft she has where it's the ghost of Patter Matter behind her. But now she's got him with her forever.
Our entire student body has put their all into creating.
Well, thanks for watching, you all. There were some very interesting things that happened here, and that last part was very sweet. See you next time. Have a good rest of your day.